Namaste children. Yesterday we saw what are rational numbers. Tell me what are rational numbers. Integers along with fractions and decimals are called as rational numbers. Very good. And then what else did we see? We know how to spot a rational number on a number line and how to write a decimal number as a rational number. Today we are going to see how to write an equivalent rational number. What is the meaning of the word equivalent? There is a slight difference between equivalent and equal. If there are two things that look alike and have the same properties, we can say they are equal in nature. But suppose there are two things. For example, you can take a pen and a pencil. Those two things are different in nature, but they have one common thing. What is that? Both can be used for writing. Hence, we can say a pen and a pencil is equivalent in nature, but not equal, because pen uses ink to write and a pencil uses lead to write. Okay. Same way, we are going to find an equivalent rational number. They are going to give you a number. Suppose minus 4 by 7 is given, and you are going to find out the equivalent rational number for that. That means you are going to multiply and divide with the same number. The value might be changed, but it is equivalent to the given question. Minus 4 by 7 is multiplied and divided by 5, and the equivalent number you are getting is minus 20 by 35. If you cancel it out again by 5, you will get the question. Hence it is called as an equivalent rational number. So to find the equivalent rational number, what we should do, you are going to multiply and divide with the same number. Next, rational numbers in standard form. Standard form means it should have only one common term, and it should be a number, and that number is always 1. Okay. For example, they are giving you 3 by 4. This 3 by 4 you cannot further cancel it, and only there is one multiple, that is 1 into 3 and 1 into 4. So the common multiple here is only 1. Only if it is 1, it is said to be in a standard form. Same way, there is another example, 25 by 20. Is it in a standard form? No, because we can cancel. Using 5 tables, if you cancel 5 times 25 and 4 times 20. So the answer 5 by 4 is in a standard form, but 25 by 20 is not in a standard form. Are you clear, children? Next, there is an example, reduced to standard form, 48 by minus 84. Reduced to standard form means what we should do? You should simplify it. That's all. That is the first method. You can simplify it, find the least simplified term, and that is the answer. In second method, you can find out HCF, multiply and divide with that number, and then write the answer. Okay. How we will find HCF? First of all, you have to take LCM for both the numbers separately, mark the common multiples, multiply those common multiples, and write the answer. That is the HCF. And then you are going to multiply this HCF with the given question, multiply and divide it with the HCF, and then write the final answer. Is it clear, children? Next, there are few questions given here. Which of the following pairs represent equivalent rational numbers? Equivalent rational numbers, that means you can simplify that number and write it. For example, minus 6 by 4, you can cancel it out and write it, right? You can use 2 tables and cancel. So it will be 3 by 2 and 18 by 12. You can cancel it out. First, minus 6 by 4. Cancel it out, write the answer. And then 18 by minus 12. Cancel and write the least simplified term. Then look at both the numbers. If both the numbers are same, it is said to be equivalent rational number. If the numbers are not same, it is said to be they are not equivalent in nature. Okay. And then second sum. Find the standard form of. Standard form means what we should do? Standard means 1. Keep in mind, standard means 1. Okay. 1 should be the common multiple between them. No other common multiples should be between them. Only then it is called as a standard form. So what we can do, 36 by 96, you can start by cancelling both of them. Okay, and write the least simplified form, and that is called as a standard form. Third one, mark the following rational numbers on a number line. Yesterday I told you, if the numerator is smaller, it will always lie between 0 and 1 or 0 and minus 1. For the first sum, it is given as minus 2 by 3. So the numerator is smaller than the denominator. That means where it is lying, since it is a negative fraction, it lies between 0 and minus 1. So what they have done, they are dividing 1 into 3 equal parts. That is 0, minus 1 by 3, minus 2 by 3, minus 3 by 3 will give you 1. Okay. So you are going to you are going to draw a number line, write 0, minus 1 by 3, minus 2 by 3, minus 3 by 3, and below minus 3 by 3 only number 1 will be there, and you are going to mark this minus 2 by 3. Okay. Same way, minus 8 by 5. If the numerator is bigger, what we should do? First you should take LCM. First you should convert it to a mixed fraction and then only proceed with the number. Same way, 5 by minus 4. That means what we should do? You should convert to a mixed fraction and then only continue. And the next topic is comparison of rational numbers. Here we are going to compare. What do you mean by comparing? That means you are going to find out which one is greater. When you are comparing two fractions, usually what we will do, if the denominators are same, you can directly compare the numerator and say which one is bigger or which one is smaller. But if the denominators are different, usually what we will do, we will take LCM and then only we will say which one is greater. Same thing we are going to do for two negative rational numbers. You are going to take LCM, but you are going to take, that is, generally you are going to make the denominators equal. So what we are going to do, the given question is minus 10 by 3. So minus 10 by 3, if your LCM is 15, if you want to make the denominators same, what we should do, 3 into 5 will give you 15, so that this term's denominator will be 15, and 14 by minus 5, if you are going to multiply it with 3, again this denominator will also be the same, and then you are going to write the answer. So minus 10 by 3 into 5 divided by 5 will give you minus 50 by 15. Same way, 14 by minus 5 multiply and divided by 3 will give you 42 by minus 15. Then you can directly compare. Since the denominators are same, you can directly compare the numerators alone. First you are considering it as a positive number. 50 is greater than 42, right? But here the answers we got is minus 50 and minus 42. So if 50 is greater than minus 42, when both the terms are becoming negative, it will just become the opposite. So minus 50 lesser than minus 42. So you can arrive the final answer. And yesterday few children were having doubt in this question. Ninth sum. In this sum, they have given you boxes. That is, for usually if you want to find out an unknown term, what you should have in the question, there should be only one unknown variable, only then you can find the answer. Here there are more than one variable, unknown variable. So what we should do, you can first compare 70 by, for example, that is an empty box, 70 by x is equal to 28 by 44, right? For this type of sum, wherever possible, wherever you can multiply and write, you have to select that particular term. For example, I have underlined right in this, I have underlined in red, no children. Look at that, 70 by x is equal to 28 by 44. I am taking only these two fractions and I am cross multiplying and finding out the value of x first. And after finding the value of x, what we can do, now we got the answer, 70 by 110 is equal to 28 by 44. Same method here. Once we have arrived the answer for x here, now you just check x by 66 is equal to 70 by 110. You can take it, look at the step 2. I have applied the answer here, 70 by 110 I have applied, and keeping this as x, I am solving and finding out the answer, and that above 66 we will be getting 42. Now step 3. Here 28 by 44 is there, and then I have empty box divided by 121. So I am going to consider this as x, find out the answer, I will be getting 77. Next step 4, and then 77 by 121 is equal to 7 by x. So you can cross multiply, find the final answer. Okay, hope you can understand. First you go through this ninth sum, and then if you have further doubts, you can ask me. Thank you children. Today